So hey everybody, this is Mr. Bells. This is your Geometry A Unit 3 test, what the stuff is that you need to be able to know. So the first thing is, if I give you something like this, right, and I talk about parallel lines and skew lines, and we put some stuff in here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We'll drop these ones down here, like that, and across, and over here we'll call that H. So we're talking about parallel lines, CF, BE, AH, and DG. Those are all parallel, or examples of parallel lines. EH and CD also could be examples of parallel lines. One of the things we want to talk about that we discussed in this class is what skew lines are. So skew are lines that don't intersect, like these two don't intersect, but they're not coplanar, okay? So we're going to talk about parallel, and we're going to talk about perpendicular, we're going to talk about skew in terms of lines and planes and stuff like that. So make sure you know all of those. If I have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, we need to know all those angle relationships. So what the heck is a linear pair? What the heck is vertical angles? Know what those are. Know what alternate interior angles are, alternate exterior angles are, corresponding angles for all of those, and what the relationships are. Same side interiors or same side exteriors. Again, the book calls them consecutive. So know all of those, and then know specifically if the lines are parallel, what the relationship is, or that it guarantees once the lines are parallel. So we've got all of those things. You need to know that parallel lines have the same slope. You need to know that perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocals for slopes. You need to know if I have 6 comma negative 2 and 4 comma 3, you need to know how to find the slope. You need to know how to find an equation of a line given 2 points. And then parallel lines to them, perpendicular lines to them, and being able to use a distance formula between them. So all of that stuff is given coordinates. Okay, what are some other things that you need to know? Know your, theorems, postulates, properties, and definitions, and know why, when we're able to use those things. For instance, let's say I had this, and I had 3x minus 2, and I had 2x plus 17, and I said find the measure of angle A. Good deal. So you can't do that unless these lines are parallel, so we're going to say given the lines are parallel, because I just marked them that way. And then you would be able to write 3x minus 2 equals 2x plus 17. And you're like, well, why are you able to write that? Well, that's the corresponding angles theorem. corresponding corresponding angles theorem. And then you're able to do this. You move the x to the other side, and you get x minus 2 equals 17. And that would be subtraction property of equality, subtraction prop equality. That says you can do that. Then we're going to add to the other side, x equals 19, and that's addition property of equality. So I got that. Then I can write 2 times 19 plus 17 equals, we'll call it angle dot. I'm just making stuff up right there, but we'll call it angle dot. Or if you want to plug it into 3x minus 2, it doesn't matter. But that's a substitution property of equality. And then 38, 48, 55, angle dots equal to 55, just by simplify, which means to actually do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, whatever you got. And then we can do 180 minus 55 equals angle A. And we know that those two things are supplementary, so that they add up to 180. So I kind of did it in two things. So maybe I should have done it this way. So 180 is equal to angle A plus 55. Linear pair theorem. Since that's 55, and then I can subtract it in angle A equals 125. Subtraction property of equality. So again, the big picture is I want you to be able to get to this, and then if you can get most of these justifications right as you're going through them, then be like, yay, star for you. We'll get some points off of that. So know that you need to know how to be able to do those things. Okay, have a listing. Have a listing of all of, like I said, your theorems, postulates, properties, definitions. You can use them. You can use them on the test. Okay, so whatever that you wrote down, if you have a listing of those things. That doesn't mean you can use all of your notes from it, but you can use all of your, again, theorems, postulates, properties, definitions. If you have a listing of all of those, you can use those on the test. Okay, so that's the first couple pages of your thing. There'll be questions like this where I'll be like, hey, bing, bing, are these two lines parallel? And you're going to say, yes, of course they are, because of the alternate exterior angles theorem. We're close, we need one more word. What's that word? Converse. Good deal? Converse. So that's the one that will prove that those two lines happen to be parallel. So there's going to be some stuff like this. There's going to be some things about if I give you that this is 112 degrees, what's this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle? What are all those other 7 angles, and why are they what they are? So stuff like that. There's going to be constructions. So constructions align either parallel or perpendicular to a given line through a point, and maybe a perpendicular bisector construction. So make sure that you know those ones from the videos. That's pretty good so far. What else we got on this test? There's some bonus questions. So maybe I've got some difficult math stuff here, and you got lines going through and angle measurements in certain places, and I ask you different questions for them. So be able to do that. And again, I think I said this before, but back here, find an equation of a line given 2 points, find the slope of a line given 2 points, given a line and a point, find a line parallel to that, and find a line perpendicular to that, and then find the distance from a point. Oop. That was, well, not from, that was distance formula. I guess we can leave it like that. So hopefully that is good. That is a pretty quick and thorough review of what's going to be on the geometry test. Sorry, in it on me right now. So again, have a listing of it. Make sure you ask good questions. Come prepared, watch all the videos, take notes on those videos, and you're going to be a rock star on this one. Okay? This is Mr. Bellis. We will talk to you later.